Stadium in Nashville. The postseason rolls on, and these two teams try to finish on the right note in the Music City Bowl. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Scarlet Knights head coach before the game. Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason and challenging. To put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Scarlet Knights offense to go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle, it's done. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
The Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Straight ahead, it's Mitchell. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Finds his target. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Scarlet Knights will have it 1st and 10.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. On a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, it's Mitchell. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. At the end of that play, whistles blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. The throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And that holding penalty is tough, but at least it was one of effort. But still, backed up, 2nd and goal. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Clemson's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And now we get a closer look at Naeem Burrows. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Blitnikoff awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Out of bounds at the 18, and man, do they have great field position now. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to get the corner. The pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. 2nd down, going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
He slides that just inside the right upright, and that will extend their lead even further. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Preston. He's into the open down the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Tiger. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Thomas. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Running inside, it's Mitchell. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. trying to establish the run. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. Changing the routes with his receivers. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Drops back on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. They'll need a bunch on second down. The run inside. It's Mitchell. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Mitchell. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Fires to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
And the Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Caught. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Touchdown, Rutgers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They'll operate out of split backs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clemson jumps to the line. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think
Makes the grab in their space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. On play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Short pass. Oh, what a move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Touchdown, Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Fresh center down's going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
In the backfield, it's Mitchell. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Taking a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quick give. It's Dickens. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Runs through the tackle. He'll be stopped for no gain. We're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. Rutgers takes its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Turner. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Left side, it's Burrows. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Out wide right, it's Turner. Snags it, and he's open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Rashad Downs going up top. They're all over it. Breaks loose. Blows loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Hits inside. It's Mitchell. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Second down to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Quarterback will keep it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Bailey. The quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Right side, it's Dickens. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Long way to go on second down. Wants to pass. Under pressure. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Straight ahead, it's Dickens. He breaks a tackle. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught behind the line. It's Sellers. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tigers. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Turning it on! They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Rush right in his face. They get to him as he throws. Just gets rid of. Avoid the sack.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Sells to run, looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup slotted at the 25-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, it's Dickens. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. Rush is on. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. 2nd and long here. Making the adjustment on the play. Using his legs, it's Mitchell. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
4 wideout set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Caught on the RPO. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Look out! And he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Searching for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Making the adjustment. Running inside. It's Mitchell. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, they need a big completion. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. Catches it at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give on the counter. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. They're all over it. He's sacked. This defense all over it. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. One possession game. Getting late here in the winter will take a great feeling into the offseason. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Touré. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Mitchell. He's got enough. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the...
Snags it, and there's running room. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Not a lot of ground to to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Plows his way ahead. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Moving the pocket, it's Bailey. Just a short pass to the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Got his man! The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Right side, it's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. Runs through a tackle. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw again. He's got it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they liked with it.
All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Clemson. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Reels it in. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. Got room at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down of the 38. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on 1st. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires immediately. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Might as well. This one was allowed.